Today we are going to start with a little grounding and finding your center before we get moving. We're going to start incorporating some of that. So just have you place your hands on your heart and find your breath. Let your shoulders fall down your back. Feel the breath moving deep into your abdominal cavity. Go ahead and exhale through your mouth. Use the diaphragm muscle. Press the rest of the air out of your lungs on your exhale. You can assist that by moving that belly button up and inward. That helps activate that diaphragm muscle. And then take just a moment, and wherever your mind is, take all of your thoughts to your breath. And set a little intention for this practice today. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And you're going to sit with your feet towards the bottom of the mat, knees up to the sky, feet planted. Hug yourself into your knees, give yourself a little love. And then you're going to place your hands on the mat behind you, fingertips facing the back wall. Then you're going to fall into a bend in the elbow. So bend your elbows pretty deep. And sit back. And this should feel pretty uncomfortable in your shoulders. So what we're going to do is we're going to root through our hands. Root through those hands. Push up through those hands. And then drag your shoulder blades down your back. And see if you can rotate the humerus of the arm in there. Yeah, you're going to rotate that backwards. And then you're going to bend your elbows a little more. Root through those hands. Keep your elbows bent. And drag those shoulder blades back and down one more time. Find your breath. Slowly bring your arms around front and release that stretch. Hug into your knees. Rest your head down for a moment and take 3 breaths. At this point, you're going to come up and you're going to plant your left foot or right foot, whichever one you want. I'm noticing that the videos are backwards from what my instructions are, so I'm just going to kind of leave it open to you. Start with one leg. Yeah, put your hands behind the hamstring, lift that leg up, root through your foot that's on the mat, and then flex your foot that's up, and isometrically press that foot towards the wall in front of you. So you're going to feel pressure of the hamstrings on your hands to soften your shoulders and let them fall down your back, and tuck your kidneys in to protect that lower back. Press again, find that rooting, and notice if it helps you root in your planted foot better or not. Go ahead and drop that leg and soften, switch legs, grab behind the hamstring of the opposite leg, lift that foot up, flex the foot, and isometrically press it. And see what happens when you do that. Yeah, nice, Ross. He just dropped his shoulders. He realized he was carrying the weight of the leg in his shoulders, and he got those out of the mix, and now the leg can press and lift the spine up on its own. If you can find a way to press through this and notice that the contraction, the isometric contraction that's happening in the leg, that should rise your spine. If you are having to rise your spine on purpose to get out of that lower back, Then soften everything, flex the foot, and press into that wall again. Find that connection between rooting with the foot up off the ground and how that still lengthens the spine. Find that awareness today. Switch legs, do it one more time on each side. Just enough to flex and press into that wall and get that connection in the spine and have the shoulders be soft and kidneys back and belly button to the spine. If you want to, you can add throat back. And then switch legs and do it one more time on that leg. Press. Again, that isometric contraction is you want to move your foot would just shoot forward if you were to let it. So push hard enough to make that happen. Feel that pressure in your hamstring and your hand connection. Shoulders are soft, kidneys are back, belly button's back, throat's back. And see if you can soften and keep this form. Really nice. Relax. Turn around to hands and knees. Today we're moving into downward facing dog, so this will be kind of fun, new and different. So we're going to start on hands and knees, and we're just going to gently first lift the knees off of the mat. Root through your hands to raise your knees off the mat, and then continue and push all the way back. Now shift the hip weight back over your feet. You're coming back this way. In downward facing dog, it's really easy to get into the neck and the shoulders and to feel a lot of pressure in the shoulders and the hands and the elbows. So we're going to do what you can, move your hands closer to your feet so that you can rock that weight back. And then you're going to twist those lids off. You want these elbows, you want the elbows facing your legs. Your elbows, when you get that isometric contraction and it peels the shoulders back, now drag the shoulders back, tuck your belly button to your spine, and then shift. Your head is gently down, but enough that you can still look forward to your hands. So wherever your hands are, that's your focal point. Take your throat back a little bit. Oh, keep those hands twisted, and then shift out into plank. And as you do, reroute those hands, get those elbows facing the right direction, drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Yeah, belly button to spine without letting those shoulders come up to your ears. Press your heels towards the back wall. That'll help you balance. Belly button to spine again, throat back. Now, slowly move down through this push-up or chaturanga. Elbows facing back, bring them close in. Drop down on all the way down to your belly. Find your breath. You can rest your head on your hands for a moment or have a blanket like Ross does, where he can just rest his forehead without too much stress on his lower back. You can put the tops of your feet down on the mat and just let your body soften for a second. I'm going to press back into hands and knees. Belly button to your spine to lift you up first. Yep. Rock back and then move back into downward facing dog. So Ross has a long torso and long legs, and so for now, his downward facing dog, to practice that, his knees are still really bent. So his hands have to be a little closer to his legs. So between his plank, know that there's no just one way to do anything. Make yourself know that it's okay to adjust everything you need to adjust to get your body to go where it's at. In this one, again, root through those hands, isometrically twist those hands on the mat outwardly towards the pinky fingers, get those elbows back. Now softly just shift your weight back and fall into that. Throat back. Head down just a little bit. Again, you're going to reach your head forward. The crown of your head's going to reach towards your hands. Your gaze is on your hands, and you're going to twist that so that your shoulders come back and out, belly button to spine, and then shift that weight back. Maybe straighten your legs just a tiny bit so that you can now do an inner spiral. So take your inner thighs and shoot them back. You should feel your sit bones reach back and out, belly button to spine, move into plank, and yep. Again, twist those arms, get the elbows in the right place, shoulders away from the ears, belly button to spine, sit bones back and out, heels reaching to the back wall, and slowly come down through chaturanga. You should be elbows tight to the body. Yeah. Fall down to your belly on your fall, but get there however you want. This time we're going to move through a little bit of cobra. So we're going to lift our head up and look forward. We're going to make sure our hands are just underneath our shoulders and slightly forward, if anything. So move your hands up to underneath your shoulders. Keep going. Yeah, elbows tight into the torso like we did earlier this week. And lift your head up and look. Lengthen your neck to look up. Drag your shoulder blades back on. Oh, okay. Yeah, excellent. And belly button to your spine. Feet, hips pressing into the floor. Find your breath. Lower your head. Move back into hands and knees. If you want to sit back in child's pose for a moment or stay on your belly for a minute to find your breath, that was a lot of information taken in. Child's pose, Ross will reach his hands forward, grip the mat for a second, drag his shoulder blades up his back, down his back, and then relax everything and sink into child's pose. If you can't do child's pose, lay on your belly with your hands resting on your head resting on your hands. Find this place of receiving. And then when you're ready, you can calm that spirit, calm that heartbeat, calm that breathing, and feel comfortable. When you're ready, move into downward facing dog. So we will wait until that's appropriate for us. Nice, he adjusted his shoulders before he moved into this even. Great, and his elbows are in a fantastic location, and his weight is already shifted back. The idea with downward facing dog, I wish I was there to do this for you, but if I were to pull his crown that way and send the sit bones back at the same time, each and throw it back now. You feel how each of those movements lengthens the spine?
Yes.
We want to be able to be here and be in a soft place where we're not fighting. So push yourself back with your hands. Root through your hands. I think you could even move to a longer stance now, just after a few. That's really awesome. Inward spiral on the legs. Sit bones go back. Really nice. We're just going to do a quick little exercise to start training the body to move the legs forward. So we're going to go ahead and root through one of your legs. So I'm going to have Ross root through his right leg. And he's going to root all of his weight there. Sit bone is still back. Inner spiral is active. Lift your left leg up to your chest. Knee comes into your chest. And then rock your body forward until your knee touches close to your tricep. Lift that knee higher into your chest. There we go. Now shoot that leg straight out behind you as you come back into three-legged dog. Shift back into downward facing dog. And then slowly drop that foot to the mat and switch legs. So now you're going to find that rooting. Check your shoulders, check your hand rooting. Make sure you're rooting through those hands. Lift that knee to your chest. Tight into your belly and chest and rock forward until that knee. Keep tucking. Pull that up. Kidneys to the back. Kidneys to the back. Yeah. Stretch that leg all the way back. Three-legged dog. Move all the way back into three-legged dog. Lift that leg up and then drop it to the mat next to your right. Recenter yourself in downward facing dog and find some ease. You can drop down into child's pose right now or go through plank, down into cobra, and rest your body on your belly for a moment. Go ahead and find that ease and rest for a moment. Belly button to your spine as you lower, rooting through your hands as you lower, elbows tight into your torso when you lower, and then just rest. Once you find your breath, make your way back into downward facing dog. When I give instructions like that, you need to find the safest and best, most comfortable way to get there. So you can move, down you come. You can move into hands and knees and move in from there. You can plant the balls of your feet, tuck your belly button to your spine, lift your hips, sit bones back, inner spiral, push up, lift up, belly button to spine, tilt back, lift up, belly button to spine. Yeah, you can move right into downward facing dog. Whatever you feel, whatever work you want to do to get there, Shift all your way back until that spine starts to lengthen, sit bones back, inner spiral on the legs. Really good. Inner spiral again. If you did classes 3, 4, 5, we worked on the rotating the inner thigh to the back wall. So you take that inner thigh and rotate it back. Sit bones on your butt, shoot back and outward. Rotate those shoulders, root through the hands, push yourself. If you root through the hands correctly, you're going to feel a length in the spine, throat back, belly button to the spine. Now we're going to balance, take all of your weight onto one leg again. We're going to move into three-legged dog, lifting one leg up, tight into the chest. Now really tuck that knee in like so. Now move that to the tricep of the same arm again. Keep lifting. Yeah, now move back. Stretch that leg straight out to the back. Really come back into three-legged dog with some movement and length. Really nice. Tuck that foot back down next to your right foot. Whoa, yeah. Then we're going to take the opposite leg. Balance all your weight. Make sure your hips stay square. Tuck that knee deep into the thing. Really kick those kidneys back to bring it up. And then rock your body forward to touch the knee. Tuck it. Yeah, now move back and kick that leg all the way back. Yeah. Reach back, come all the way back into downward facing dog with those 3 legs. Or 2, 4, whatever. 3 legs, sorry. Shift back. Give yourself a break. Tiny little bit of look towards your thumbs, but throat still back. There we go. Move out into plank and drop down into your belly or fall back into child's pose. You get to move your feet and your hands however you want through this. To get to where you need to be for now, get there how you can in a comfortable manner that doesn't hurt your back, doesn't hurt your knees. If child's pose is not the pose for you right now because of your knees, don't forget that we can do one-on-one and we can talk about the dharma of your knees and we can find a lot of other solutions for you. So you can always contact me if we want to work through that. If you have bad knees, I don't highly recommend child's pose unless we can teach you how to bolster those knees and keep those joints safe. But this is always another form, especially if you put your hands out in front of you. Reach up towards your head, turn your palms. I'm going to take this out. Turn your palms up. Now just rest your head on the mat. This is a lovely pose because it definitely opens you up to receiving whatever you need. A lot of times that isn't what we want, but it is what we need. So soften here and let your body be heavy. Muscles relax. You don't have to keep your palms up. You just have to make those muscle movements to get you there. You're good. Find your breath, and when you're ready and your breathing has returned to a comfortable breathing pattern, move back into downward facing dog. Hip bone shift back now with the inner spiral. Hands root deeply, elbows. Yeah. Really reach back and really try to lengthen that spine. Drop your head, throat back. Now just keep your throat back if you can and tilt your look at your thumbs basically. You don't need to look up that high. Drop your head again, throat back. And just your gaze, just a tiny, like 1/2 inch, 1 inch movement in your head to bring your gaze towards your hands. Here, we're going to make sure that our shoulders rotate back and out, and we're going to sink back into that root through your hands to bring your weight back. Nice. Here, inner spiral. Sit bones come back and out, and you can feel the sacrum lengthen. And now I pull that crown forward. Once you get all of these things in alignment, you're going to find this moment where you feel it move into ease instead of fighting into these positions. So really root through those hands, Ross. Push yourself back by rooting through those hands. Fingertips full traction to the wall in front of you. drop down into child's pose or back through chaturanga. That's plank, and then that push-up, lower that push-up. Yep. And just find that softness. Find your breath. And once you find that ease in your body again, make your way back to downward facing dog in whatever way is comfortable. This time, try to be soft throughout the whole process. Maybe keep your legs a little bit straighter and push yourself back. Oh, nice. Throat back. Head's not quite so looking quite so forward. Yeah. Now, imagine the crown of your head moving towards the top of your mat. So imagine the crown moving that way and your hips moving backwards at the same time. Find that length in your spine. Is that a little easier? Twist those hands, root through those hands. Root through those hands, that's why. Oh, push. Root through those hands and send your body back. Oh. Are you on the mat? Yeah, okay. Press. Okay, put all your weight on your left or right foot. We're going to lift that knee up into the chest one more time and really tuck it up and in. Yeah, move yourself forward a little bit on that mat. And then now tuck that way up high into your chest and try to move it to the opposing arm. Oh, so good. Move back. Shoot that leg straight back behind you. Move into three-legged dog. Come back, come back, come back, come back. Yeah. Open those shoulders. Twist those arms. Yep. Find that length in the spine. Put that foot down next to your other foot. Take a couple breaths. Go ahead and lift the opposite leg up. Tuck that knee deep into the... Yeah, excellent. You want to really see those kidneys lift up to the back. Excellent. Rock forward, rock your body forward. Try to bring that knee to the opposite elbow. Awesome. Shoot that leg straight back. Come back into three-legged dog. Yeah, and when you get your elbows and everything back in alignment, drop that foot to the floor. Excellent. He kept his hips square. One of the things that happens here is we tend to sink into the side where the leg is not supporting us. Go ahead and drop into child's pose. Or come forward through chaturanga. Drop down to your belly. There is a level of discomfort that is safe. It's that workout that you know you're getting something good from. There's also something called pain. Pain is there to remind us that something's not right. Listen to your body. Know the difference between when your mind is uncomfortable and in pain because of your physical position, or if your knee is actually in pain because it's not in a safe place. Now is the time to start discerning those things about your body and your mind. And you're going to notice that our mind gets uncomfortable a lot. So now's the time, whenever we run into that, fall into child's pose. Fall onto your belly. Not fall, you don't want to hurt yourself, but come into child's pose. Come into receiving what you need in those comfortable places. Take that break. Stop and breathe. Focus on your breath. And any answers you have been waiting for that your body needs, it might not be what you're not actually asking a question, but your body is going to find what it needs if your mind gets out of the way. So that's it for today. This is a fantastic workout. If you wanted to lengthen this out and do it through a couple of times. However, if you're going through this as a beginner, stick with the videos, stick with the length of the practice, and trust the work. Let's keep moving through all of these things that can move you forward in a healthy, safe manner. And start feeling some of these other benefits that these movements can bring you.